Okay, hello guys. Happy Tuesday. We meet again. This is our January week 2. So I can see. Hey, Vision, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Is it? Hi, Charlene. Haven't seen you in a while too. How are you guys doing? So, hi Terence. Hi Ethan. Hi Teresa. So I can see that almost everyone is here. Right, so for those who forgot your video last week, please remember to request. Okay, it's Chinese New Year next week, because most of you rascals are not going to watch my video Chinese New Year. So please request early. Thank you. Right, yes, Jingyan, hello. Good evening. Right, so you don't have the request form. Charlene, please WhatsApp me. I'll send you the request form. Okay, so for those who did not attend my class last week, please fill in the request form. I will send you the video. Okay, hello, good evening. Guys, we are in chapter 2. Was it 1 or 2? Okay, we were in chapter 2. Okay, so we were just talking about this adaptation thing, I guess. Okay, we were here, right? We were here, right? If I remember correctly. So as I said last week, adaptations are, characteristic that helps you survive. All right, like I told you, we have many adaptations. We have our teeth to chew meat and vegetation. We have our muscle here, okay, to help you climb trees. What else? Wow, so many characteristics we have. Okay, anyway, so we have mangrove swamp, tropical forest. Remember our strangler fix. Okay, strangler fix, the very scary tree that will grow around a tree and kill the tree from the inside. Right? I mean, as scary as they are what we call a keystone species, because without them, many animals, they cannot survive. Right? I mean, they are very scary, but they are very important. Okay? So, you get what I mean, lah. Sorry, guys, this is my dinner. Haven't got time to eat. Right. Anyway, the Arctics too, the one, yeah, let's just read yourself, lah. I think I mentioned this. And then your Arabian oryx at the desert. Okay. Oh, I think I stopped here, right? I think I stopped here, right? About sea lion. Okay. So how do sea lions survive? They have streamlined body. They have flippers. Okay, as you can see, they have flippers to help them propel water. They can breathe underwater. Sorry, hold their breath underwater. Sorry. They have sharp teeth to kill prey. Okay, guys. Again, you cannot study all animals. If you ask me, sir, what is the adaptation of this and that animal? I will tell you I don't know, because, like I said, the animal kingdom is a very wild and big place. Okay, so I can't study them all. Why not you do your research and you tell me, right? Because I always learn new things from students. Like my year 7, right, guys? My year 7, I have a student very interested in insects. Okay, he always tell me about facts about insects lah. Like, sir, did you know that ants, they are like this, like that, like this, like that? Sir, did you know that spiders, they are like this, like that? I will say, oh, really? They do? Because you see, I really don't know. I am not a big fan of insects, right? For me, they are just scary. They are just disgusting looking. Okay, I'm sorry, right? You want me to find a cockroach cute? I can never. Okay, that's just me. Right, anyway, so earthworm, so you can see they are long, slim, smooth body. They can slide easily through burrows. Burrows are these holes underground that they will go through. Okay, and then there are bristles called chitin to help them grip the burrow. What is the bristle? Bristle is like their legs. You see, worms, if they want to move forward, okay, let's just say this, you want to crawl forward, you have to use your finger, right? You have to go in front and crawl yourself forward. So this thing called chitin, okay, the bristles, it's to help them move forward, 帮他们抓泥土，然后跑前去。This is the bristle. Okay, so read for fun, and of course monkeys this is like our cousin. Okay, our cousin. So they have small lightweight body, allow them to climb on branches so that they can swing from one tree to the other tree. Opposable thumb and big toe help them grip the branches firmly. You see their toe, their big toe and their thumb, as you can see, here you see it's opposite like us, opposite, so that they can grip. You see, we can grip onto a tree because we have our fingers like this. Can dogs grip a tree? No, they can't. Can cats grip a tree? No, they can't, because their paws look different from ours. You see, ours can grip. So ours look like monkeys lah. Hey, not just the hands. You see, our legs, right? Can your legs grip a tree? Can your legs grab a stick? 你的脚可以抓住一只东西吗？ You cannot, right? But monkeys, they can. Right? Their hands and their feet are like that. Ours is just the hand, right? Because you might say, why? Okay, why are we like that, sir? Because for a few million years, we learn how to walk, right? We humans are the only monkeys that learn how to walk with a straight back. So after millions and million years of walking, our legs starts to change our shape. Okay, so we change to what is our shape today. You guys get what I'm trying to say here? Okay, so we change our shape. Hey, even you look at the spine, okay, if you look at the spine, our vertebral column, which is the backbone. Okay, you look at our backbone, can you see the bottom, your butt there? Can you see the bottom there? Can you see the curve inside? Can you see the curve inside? They used to curve out, just like a monkey. You look at monkeys, if I'm not mistaken, theirs is a bit, you see, theirs is curving out one. Why? Because monkeys, they have a tail. Right? Monkeys, they have a tail. You might say, then sir, where's our tail? Where is our tail? Again, we evolved from it. We changed the thing away. Because we learn how to sit down. Humans, we learn how to sit down. 我们学会坐下来. So 坐了几百万年呢, we sat for a few million years. Our tail starts to disappear. Our spine starts to curve in, and we lost the tail. You see, we have no more tail. Our spine changes shape because we don't need the tail anymore. Do you have a tail? I don't think so, right? So that's why they change their shape away. Right? So again, guys, adaptations are, as I said before, adaptations, they are characteristics that help you survive, but they can change. If your environment, if your environment change, you change. 你的四周围环境改变，你的特征也改变，因为你要适应不同的环境。You have to change your environment to suit the environment. Right? Like I told you, we used to sleep on trees. We used to be able to climb trees. Somehow, any one of you can climb trees today? Anyone? If I ask you to climb a tree, can you? Most likely you can't, right? Because you lost the ability. Right? We haven't been climbing trees for millions of years, so we just lost the ability. Right? You see, we changed away, we evolved away. All right, so I hope this makes sense. All right, anyway, so as you can see, they have forward overlap vision. Okay, monkeys have both eyes at the front, just like an owl. 猫头鹰的眼睛在前面的，对吗？ Owls have their eyes at the forward, in front, right? This is to judge distance accurately. You look at rats, you look at rats or rabbits, they have their eyes at the side there. Okay, case in point. You look at rats, we call it monocular vision. Okay, monocular vision. They look a bit stupid, one. You see? Don't you find okay, let's just say, let's look at owl. You see, owls, they just look very fierce. Can you see? They have both their eyes in front. Usually predators, they look like that. You know who are predators? 你们懂什么是 predator 吗？猎人。You look at tigers, you look at lions, you look at cats, you look at dogs, wolves. They are like that, right? They have their eyes in front, right? This is for predator. This is for you to catch, to hunt, to catch your prey. But if you look at mice, okay, you look at hamster, You look at hamster, don't they look stupid? Okay, yeah, I mean they are cute lah. Don't they look stupid? You see, their eyes are at the side one. They just don't look scary, right? You look at rabbits, they are the same. You look at, okay, a more, you know who is a capybara? You know what's a capybara? They are cute, okay, lor. You know what's a capybara? You see, their eyes are at the side one. I mean, this is very cute lah. Have you guys seen capybara before? Have you guys seen capybara before? And hey, they have this in Zoo Negara. You can go and see. This is the most chill animal ever. You see, they are just big rats. You go Zoo Negara, they have one there. They have one there. Hey, they are like the most peaceful animal ever. You see? Other animals, they kacau them, they just chill and they're okay. I think I showed you guys this before. Okay, capybara and other animals. You see, other animals they can just chill with capybara. You see, they can just chill with turtles. Okay, they can chill with monkeys. Hey, they can even chill with crocodiles. See? Right, so cute, isn't it? So you see, their eyes are at the side because they are not predators, they are just prey. Okay, anyway, so this is your capybara. It goes to Negara, they have one there. I think they have one or two there. So anyway, so this is your eyesight. Okay, us monkeys, we have our eyes facing forward, and then they have tails to help keep balance. A monkey's tail is not useless, it's to keep balance. Okay, some even use it to grip branches. We just don't have this anymore because we don't need this to keep balance anymore, right? So guys, I always like to tell my students, okay, guys, do you know you are monkeys? We are all monkeys. Okay, we are all monkeys. So next time, right, instead of thinking yourself as an ugly human being, right? I have students telling me, sir, why do I look so ugly? Instead of thinking yourself as an ugly human being, why not think of yourself as a beautiful monkey? Right? You are not an ugly human being. You are a very attractive monkey. Okay, guys, this is called optimism. Okay, instead of seeing the glass half empty, want to see the half full. Okay, so you are, I mean, compared to other monkeys, you look reasonably more attractive. So hey, that's a win, isn't it? Right? Anyway, so extreme adaptation. Let's look at some really extreme, crazy adaptation. Do you know what's a pebble plant? Do you know what's a pebble plant? They kind of look like succulent, right? So why do they call it pebble? Because they look like stones, right? So you see, they camouflage, they look like stone. They are small, spherical leaves to store water and reduce water loss to surrounding. You see, they have no leaves, they store their water here. Okay, and they just look like pebble is stone, 小石头 is pebble. So they just look like stone. So that you leave them alone. Alright, so you leave them alone. And of course, next, pit viper. Guys, this is a really scary snake. A pit viper, right? They have two pits in front, they have two nostrils in front, packed with heat-sensitive receptor used to detect prey. As long as you have heat, they know where you are. Right? So they have overlapping vision, same as us monkeys. To judge distance of prey, has fangs and venom. Right? Guys, venom is the poison. Okay. English lesson, guys. Venom and poison is very different. Okay, venom and poison is very different. Right? Can someone tell me what's the difference between venomous and poisonous? Anyone? Come test your English. Who here English is very good one? What's the difference between venomous and poisonous? Anyone? Anyone? What's the difference? What's the difference? Anyone has any idea? Anyone has any idea? Poison is through injecting. Not really, not really. Venom is through bite. Okay, Terence, I think you're almost there. You're almost there. Right, guys. Poisonous is when you ingest the thing. Vision, you don't be cute, please. Okay, so poisonous is when you ingest something. When you eat something, it's poisonous, right? When someone bites you, it is venomous. So a snake is not poisonous unless you eat it. Who the hell eats snakes, right? I mean, unless you are from China lah. In China, maybe they do, right? You know, China, they eat every shit, right? They eat, okay, as you know, bats. They eat civets, right? As in musang, as in 果子狸, as in 狐狸, foxes, they eat foxes. They eat pangolins. So unless you eat a snake, then they are not poisonous. All right. So a snake bites you. So that is a venomous snake. Right? If you eat a mushroom and you get poisoning, that is poisonous. The mushroom is poisonous. But a snake is venomous. A scorpion is venomous. What else? A centipede is venomous. Right? But a mushroom is poisonous. What else is some plants are poisonous. Right? The puffer fish is poisonous. Do you know what's the puffer fish? Do you know Japanese they eat that? The is it called that? The fugu fish. The one they eat in Japanese in Japan. So the one is poisonous. Right? Anyway, so pit viper, guys, the smaller a snake is, the more venomous they are. Okay, the smaller a snake is, the more venomous they are. Like you see pythons, pythons, they are not venomous at all because they don't need to. Hello, you see python, how big they are? Okay, pythons they are really big in size, so they don't need to be venomous. They can just go around you, they can snap your bones into many pieces. Right? But if you look at small snakes, do you know what's the, for example, you know what's the black mamba? You know black mamba? This is one of the most venomous snake before. I mean, one of the most venomous snake. Like, you see, they look, I mean, reasonably cute, but they are one of the most venomous snake in the world. Right? Because they are small in size, so they are very deadly venoms. Okay, so the more you know, so the pit viper is not too bad lah, right? They are very sensitive to heat and they are very venomous. They can kill you with just one bite. Okay, so anyway, you know what's the tumbleweed, guys? Have you seen this before? You watch any cowboy movie, you can start to see this thing rolling one. Right? You go to desert, you see them rolling one. Hey, this is the seed. This is how they reproduce. So tumbleweed, right? They break off shoots. They break off shoots full of seed in the wind. So as they roll, the seed will drop to the ground, dropping seed as they're blown over the grassland. So you might say, sir, they roll over desert. They got no water. How to grow? They just tumble. They just put the seed down. Cause desert will rain 1 month, once every year. Okay, desert they will still rain. Maybe 2-3 days per year. So once they rain, they will start growing. They will die in a week. Okay, they will die in a week. They will grow very quickly. They will make another one of this tumbleweed, and then they die. And then they start rolling again. So crazy lah if you think about it. They just reproduce once per year. Once per year. Right? Anyway, flying fish. Have you seen this fish before? Have you seen this fish before? Right? So they are long and wide. They have long and wide front fins like here to help propel them into the air. I mean, they can't fly lah, but they can just glide away from the surface for a few seconds. This is to avoid to escape their predator. Okay, like for example, dolphin fish. This is one of their predator lah, so they can fly away from the predator. Flying fish are cute At least you find everything cute, isn't it? Right? I mean, the beluga is cute lah. Okay, I was fish. I don't think they are cute. They just look stupid. Right. Anyway, so these are extreme adaptations. Have you seen those? Like one more example. Have you seen those goat standing on hills? Okay, have you seen these? Have you seen these goats standing on hills? This is also another crazy adaptation. Right? You see, they can stand like this. Okay, goats. You see, they can just stand like that. This is also another crazy adaptation. Usually you see them on mountains. Okay, they want to climb the mountain and they want to eat the grass on top. Yeah, they can. So you see, I mean, if you watch National Geographic, they just look crazy. You see, they have very good sense of balance. This is their adaptation. You see, you must have some, like I said last week, you must have some kind of tricks up your sleeve to survive in the wild, right? OK， 这个大自然是很恐怖的，你一定要有某些 point 帮你 survive 的嘛 ，right? So this is one of it lah. The goats they do it this way. Okay, so if you can't adapt, guys, if you can't adapt or your adaptation doesn't work, you will go extinct. Like you see, who has no adaptation? Pandas. Pandas, they suck at surviving. Their birth rate is very low. They cannot hunt. They only eat one type of bamboo shoot. That's why they are going extinct. I mean, they used to lah. But until China start rescuing them, start breeding them like crazy, only we get to see panda nowadays. If not, they will be long extinct. I mean, think about it lah. Pandas, they are pretty useless. Yes, they are cute, but they're pretty useless. They just sleep and eat all day. Right? Have you been to Taman Negara, Zoo Negara and see pandas before? They are useless. You just buy a ticket, go inside and see them eat and sleep. I can eat and sleep too. Can I get someone to pay me money to watch me eat and sleep? No, I can't. Pandas, they can do that. You see, they're just useless, right? So I don't get it. Besides the fact that they're cute, that's all. All right. Anyway, so before we go to ecology, so let's jump to our exercise first. Okay, I'm jumping around, guys. Sorry, we need to do some exercise first. Let's jump to. Sorry, I don't have the page here. Let's jump to here. Okay, let's jump to here. Okay, so number one, the photograph shows a snowy egret. A snowy egret is like a flamingo lah. You know, it's a flamingo. They are not so colorful as a flamingo. They just it's a bird lah. So which is adapted to live in wet places. Right. So describe 3 adaptations that help the egret to live in the habitat. For each adaptation, explain how it helps the egret to survive. Right. Anyone wants to try? How do they survive? They are living in wet places. Wet places. So how do they survive? Anyone? 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 All right, you see, this thing is not in your syllabus. Long beaks to catch fish. Wow, Clarissa, that's very good. That's very good. I accept this point. They have long beaks to catch fish. I see. This is common sense one. You cannot read this. You know, it's not on your textbook. Feathers to keep warm. I agree with the feather, but not to keep warm. You see, guys, if you look at ducks, right? If you look at ducks, do you know how are their feathers like? They have waterproof. They have waterproof feathers. Okay, to stay dry. Okay, waterproof feathers to stay dry. Yes, waterproof feathers. Yes, right. Guys, do you know call duck? You know what's a call duck? Hey, lately they have been using this as a pet. I really don't get the point of having a duck as a pet. But hey, if it makes you happy, this is a call duck. 可乐鸭. This is a call duck. Hey, you know how they keep themselves dry? They will always face the rain. Okay, because I saw this thing on Instagram. If you use a shower head and you spray water at them, you rotate the shower head, they will always face your shower head. Because they're using the front feather to protect their back feather so that their back feather doesn't get wet. Okay, that means if you rotate your shower head, they'll just follow your shower head, just like the sunflower. but I don't see the point of having this animal. Okay, my wife said she wanted to get one. She said very cute, man. So I was like, it is for what, leh? People, they have the weirdest pet, isn't it? Hey, you know, in where China, they're having llama as a pet. I don't understand. Why would why not just have a dog? Right? This thing, they are pointless. They don't play fetch, they don't listen to you. I mean, it makes you happy lah. Okay, what else? Can you give me one more? What about their feet? What about their feet? Thick material to make their nest to cover from cold. You can say that, but I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, you can say that. What else? Long legs. Yes, you can say long legs to walk on water. Can. What about their feet? Their feet is like it's like a duck. Yes, they have webbed feet. Very good. Okay, there. Webbed feet to swim. Okay, to help propel water. Right, to help propel water, to help them swim. Okay, so there's another one. You see, sir, what the hell is this? This is called Dimetrodon. Is this the right way to pronounce it? Okay, Dimetrodon. Okay, Dimetrodon is a dinosaur that lived 280 million years ago. Right, it was really long ago, 280 million years. Hey, for comparison, humans have only existed for less than 5 million years old. Humans have existed less than 500 million years ago. This is 280 million. That's a long freaking time, right? So its habitat was warm, low-lying wetland areas. The drawing shows what we think Dimetrodon may have looked like. Right, you might say, sir, since we haven't seen them before, right? How do we know how they look like? Based on fossil. Okay, this is just a imaginative drawing. Because a Dimetrodon, okay, Dimetrodon, if you look at their fossil, if you look at their fossil, they just kind of look like this. You see? So this is the bone they found. So you imagine it yourself. Look at this ugly son of a bitch. I mean, they just look like an ugly lizard. A lizard with a fan on it. Right? Whatever you want to call it. Right. So this is a Dimetrodon. So you do your own imagination, right? They just more look like this. So this is how we imagine how they look like. Right? So describe one adaptation visible in the drawing that suggests the Dimetrodon was a carnivore. How do you know this is a carnivore? Yes, very good. They have sharp teeth. Okay, sharp teeth for hunting. All right, you look at the teeth, you will know. Usually they are full of incisor. Guys, let me tell you about teeth. Okay, you have 4 types of teeth. You know that? You learned this last year. The front teeth, okay, the front teeth are what we call incisors. Okay, incisors. Wait, how do you spell this again? Incisors. Oh god damn it, I can't spell. Right, incisor. Okay, incisor. We use this to chop meat. 这是咬肉的. Okay, and then the side here, can you see these 2 sharp teeth here? These 2 are called your canines. Okay, that's why dogs are called canines, because dogs have very long canine teeth. Right? Any of you have a dog at home? They have very long teeth here, right? Okay, same goes to cats lah. So they have long canines. And then the behind of your teeth, they are called molars or premolars. Okay, molars are flat teeth. This is not for meat. 这个不是拿来吃肉的，平平的牙齿。This is for vegetation. So we have both. That means we are omnivores. 我们是杂食. We eat vegetation and we eat meat. If you look at sharks, if you look at dogs, okay, go and open your dog. If you have a dog, open their mouth and look at it. It's all incisor and canine because they are carnivores. Okay, they are carnivores. If you look at a goat is all molar, right? We are both. That means we are omnivore lah. 我们是杂食. Because we eat every shit one. Right? So this is sharp teeth for hunting. So anyway, Fossil skull of Devon shows that it has a large, strong bone in its head for attachment of its jaw muscle, so it has a very strong jaw. Excuse me. Suggest how this adaptation could help it to survive. Why does it need a strong jaw? Okay, you can say this is for hunting as well. Okay, right. This is so that it has strong biting force. Okay, it has a strong biting force. What is this for? You can say also for hunting, lah. Okay, for hunting. This is like crocodile. This is like a crocodile. Guys, do you know what's the mass extinction? Do you know what's the mass extinction? We are currently going through coming the 6th extinction. We have 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or 6 mass extinction before. 大灭亡啊，我们有试过5还是6次。Right? If you remember what's the Jurassic era, that was the last one. Snowy egret fly. Yeah, sure, why not? Egret. Yeah, what's up? Okay, lo. Okay, lo. They look white, lo. Yeah, what's up? What's with this? Right. Anyway, so this is your Demon Trotter lah. Okay, guys. Have I told you this before? Do you know who's the ancestor of chicken? Do you know who's the ancestor of chicken? No, it's not the T-Rex. It's not the T-Rex. It's also a dinosaur. It's also a dinosaur. It's the Velociraptor. Don't you think they look like chicken? This is chicken's ancestor. Right? I mean, they somehow look a little bit like chicken. Do they? So your chicken used to look like this. Your chicken used to look like this. Okay, so they kind of morph, right? This is the ancestor. Okay, so anyway, so if you ask us, chicken come first or the egg come first, it's chicken first. Okay, to answer that billion-dollar question, chicken came first, right? I mean, descended from T-Rex, is it? Okay, maybe they're the same family. This one I'm not too. Oh, is it? Okay. This one I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, if you watch Jurassic Park, right? Jurassic, right? If you go back to Jurassic era, you will not see T-Rex. T-Rex is not from the Jurassic era. This is very wrong. If I'm not mistaken, which era is T-Rex from? T-Rex era. T-Rex era. Which era is it from? T-Rex. Yeah, the Cretaceous. Yes. You see, after the Jurassic era is the Cretaceous era. Yes, late. Wow, Terence, very good. Yes, from the late Cretaceous. Okay, the late Cretaceous. Yes, Jaden, hello, good evening. We're in chapter 2. Right, so after Cretaceous, right? If I'm not mistaken, the next one was Cenozoic. Cenozoic, sorry. We are currently here. Right? And then T-Rex is here. Okay, Stegosaurus is here. Was here anyway. Stegosaurus was here. Right? So guys, fun fact, T-Rex is closer than us human than to Stegosaurus. Right? So T-Rex and Stegosaurus, they're from different era. So if you watch Jurassic Park, right? I mean, that's just a movie lah. They are not together. Right? If you were to take time machine, you you go back and you ask Stegosaurus, hey bro, have you seen this before? The Stegosaurus most likely will tell you, sorry, who's that? Different era, you see? Different era. So T-Rex, they are closer to us than Stegosaurus. Different era thing. Okay, they are two very different era. Hey guys, one era is a few million years. So a T-Rex most likely they appear after Stegosaurus has long extinct. The Stegosaurus has all been extinct before T-Rex appeared. So the more you know, right? So T-Rex T-Rex is it's just a lizard lah, a big size lizard. Right. Anyway, so no one really knows why Dimetrodon has a huge sale, this thing. Okay, nobody knows why. Right? Scientists think that it could have been helped to warm the dinosaur up so that it could begin to be active early in the morning, right? Or you could say this is also to get rid of heat. Triceratops also 2 eras ago. Yeah, exactly. Triceratops was really long. Oh, that's a good one. Wow, Terence, you're a dinosaur geek, huh? Right. So suggest how a Dimetrodon would have behaved in order to use its tail to warm the body. Right. So how would it behave? Depends on the, okay, guys. This is like, high order thinking question. Any answer that makes sense will go here. Right. This is a very open-ended answer. Okay, there's no right answer for this. It depends on what you think. Right. So how do they behave? Since they have a huge scale. So how do they behave? You might say they are active before the sunrise. Okay, or before sunrise lah. They are active before sunrise. Because they have a sail to warm their body. Right? And most likely they are cold-blooded. They are not warm-blooded. So they are okay with changing temperature. Okay. Guys, I have a misconception to clear up. Just because something is cold-blooded doesn't mean the blood is cold. Cold-blooded just means their body temperature will change. Right? You see lizard, lizard in the morning, their body temperature could be 40. And then at night, their body temperature could be 30. You see, 10 degrees Celsius difference. Can you do this? No, you can't. Our human body, I don't care how hot it is out there. I don't care how cold it is. Wherever you are always 37. Always. You will not be whatever you want, right? 38, you are having fever. 39, 40, you're having a high fever. If you're 41, 42, please go to the hospital because you'll be dying soon. Right? My highest record was 41. Trust me, it's not fun. 41 is when your head is about to explode. Right? I mean, if you go to the hospital, they most likely will. You know what they did to me when I had 41 degrees Celsius of fever? They shoved a Panadol into my butthole. Right? No joke, guys. No joke. My fever was so damn high. The nurse said if I don't decrease my fever anytime soon, I will suffer brain damage. So they have to lay me down. The nurse has to put a Panadol into my butthole. Not fun. Okay, not fun. You have someone shoving a pill into your butthole. Why were you so sick? I think it was a viral infection. It was a viral infection. For some reason, I just got this viral infection. I got sick for 2 weeks. Right? So much worse than COVID. Hey, guys, COVID is actually nothing. Right? If you have been through COVID, if you have been through dengue before, if you have been through any nasty flu or any nasty viral infection, you know that COVID is like Kichimiao disease. Okay, hey, I recovered from COVID in 1 day. I was in hospital for 1 week for dengue. You compare, no comparison. COVID is like nothing. The second day I'm jogging already. You think I can go jogging after my dengue? No. I was sick for a week. For that 1 month, I couldn't do any exercise. So you see, COVID is like nothing. See, any of you still scared of COVID? Any of you still scared of COVID? No, right? No, right? Okay, your friend got COVID, you're like, oh shit, now it's his turn, right? In fact, you're quite surprised if someone got COVID, isn't it? So that's the thing. Right, anyway, so guys, I only have 2 questions here about this adaptation, because any question could have come out from here, right? They could ask you about some kind of very exotic goat, right? Some kind of very special spider. Or maybe they could ask you, there was a student who asked me last time, You know what's a bombardier beetle? Okay, this is a bit disgusting lah. They will shoot out fire from their tail. Okay, not fire, some kind of acid. This acid will burn you. This is to get rid of predators. To get rid of predators. So you see, this I also don't know one. It's called 放屁虫, because they 放屁man. So they will shoot out acid and it will burn your hand. This is to get rid of predator. You see, you ask me, I also don't know one. You see, they have fire one eh. This I also don't know. Right, guys? The mother nature is a very scary thing, right? You don't ask me, sir, how does this behave? How does that behave? I don't know. I'm not a zoologist or whatever. Okay, so shall we? Okay, so the next one, let's jump back to ecology. Okay, let's jump back to ecology. So what is ecology? What is ecology? Remember I said last week, our Malayan tiger, currently there's less than 200 in the wild. Remember this? I think I told this last week, right? The Malayan tiger. I told you guys this, right? Right, you might say, sir, how do they know there are currently less? I see, you look at their status, they are critically endangered. Right, that means they could be extinct anytime soon. I see, you can only see them here. You can only see them in Malaysia and some part of Thailand. That's all. Okay, that's all. So they are going to be extinct really, really soon. Really, really soon. So you might say, sir, how do they know there's only 200 left or less than 200 left? This is by doing ecology. Okay, by doing ecology. This is like statistics. Guys, do you know what is statistics? Do you learn this in maths? Do you learn this in maths? Do you know what is statistics? Right, like they say, Malaysia has 50% Malay, something like that. Okay, sorry, I'm just saying this number for out of thin air. Malaysia has like what, 10% Chinese. And then you are there thinking, okay, like they say, Malaysia has 32 million people. Do they really go and count? You think they so free go and one by one count? No, they just do statistics. Just by asking a few questions to a few people, they can roughly use a formula to calculate this out. So there's no need for you to count. You think they really so free, go and catch all 200 tigers back and then they count, okay, then they release it back again. No, they do something called ecology. Right? So if you are interested in studying about this next time, you can study this in university, you know. Okay, then you become an ecologist. You study about animals and plants. Okay, I don't think anyone is interested in this. I don't think anyone is interested in this, right? Like, any one of you want to be a botanist? Do you know what's a botanist? A botanist, they study about trees. Okay, it's like a tree doctor. No one wants to study that, isn't it? Right, anyway, so ecology is the study of organism in the environment. Okay, we study a living thing. Right, if you tell people I study ecology, then they will ask you, what do you study? Do you study mammals or do you study birds? All right, let's say you study bird, you are called an ornithologist. Do you know this? Ornithologist. Ornithology, that means you study birds. All right, and if you study birds, right, what kind of bird do you study? Do you study tropical birds or do you study four-season birds? You see, this is like a whole new level of studying already, right? If you are interested in animals. So anyway, a species is a type of organism that can interbreed and produce offspring, right? So please highlight this. What is a species? A species, they are the same type of organism. As long as they can breed, they can have sex and make baby, that is a species, right? Like you see, dogs, can they reproduce? Can a husky reproduce with a golden retriever? Yes, they can, because they belong to the same species. They are just different breed, right? I don't care whether you're a German Shepherd, you're a Rottweiler, you are a Poodle, you're a, what else? Border Collie, Labrador, Golden Retriever, whatever. All these dogs, they can breed, they can have sex and make baby, so they are the same species, right? So can cats and lion do that? No, right? No, right? They belong to the same family, but they are not the same species, right? So a species is when you can interbreed and produce baby, like humans, right? If you marry a guai lo or an ang mo, can you make baby with the ang mo? Yes, you can, what? Because you guys are the same species, right? So a species is when you can interbreed, that means 互相交配，互相生孩子 okay, to produce offspring. So a group of the same species is known as a population. All right, that's why we always say this human population, because we're the same species. What? A group of the same species, we call it population. So human population. So what is it right now? Human population currently, this is according to last year, we are officially 8 billion. 80亿的人口 8 billion. Is it a lot? Hell yes, it's a lot. Right? And this thing is going up currently. This is the graph. They say by 2030, we can reach 10 billion. That's a lot of humans, right? So this is what we call human population. Okay, like I said just now, the Malayan tiger population is very little right now. The Malayan tiger population, because Malayan tiger is a species, a group of the same species is a population, right? And when you put a few population together, different populations come together to form a community, right? A community. Let's say you go to your garden, you see snails, you have the snail population, you have the grass population, you have the sparrow population, you have grasshopper population, you have the ant population. So in your garden, you put all these population together, your garden is a community. You guys understand? You guys understand? So that's a community. So a forest is a community, right? And when you add abiotic factor, what is abiotic? Abiotic means non-living. That means if you take community and you add abiotic factor, weather, rock, soil, water, air, you add everything together, you will get an ecosystem. I'm sure all of you heard of this word, right? Do you know what is an ecosystem? 我们华语叫做生态环境 and ecosystem, right? So you again, you start with a species. Okay, you alone is a species. So we have 9 people here. 9 of us, we are a population, right? If all of us were to bring our dogs and cats, this is a community, right? And if you add on your air, your stone, your soil, all the non-living stuff, you will get an ecosystem, right? So our rainforest, Malaysia rainforest, Malaysia tropical rainforest, 我们马来西亚的热带雨林, this thing is an ecosystem, right? An ecosystem. And guys, usually ecosystem, something about ecosystem. So can you just say, sir, I buy a jar, right? I buy a jar, I throw some soil inside, I throw some grass inside, I throw some animal inside. Is this an ecosystem? Do you know what's a terrarium? Do you know what's a terrarium? Let me ask you, is this an ecosystem? Is this an ecosystem? Can you classify this as an ecosystem? You have many species inside, okay? You have many different bacteria inside, you have different grass and tree inside. So is this an ecosystem? This is actually considered as not an ecosystem. You know why? I mean, technically speaking, it is, but ecosystem, they need to fulfill one more criteria. They need to be able to self-sustain. Do you know what is self-sustain? That means an ecosystem, you don't need to do anything. They can survive by themselves, right? You still need to water this. Do you need to water your forest? You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Our Malaysia tropical rainforest, okay, our tropical rainforest in Malaysia, do you need to go and water this? Do you need to go put fertilizer? No, right? Our tropical rainforest, they can survive by their own. So this is a proper ecosystem, right? The terrarium I showed you just now, that one is not a proper ecosystem. This is a proper ecosystem. Have you seen this before? Have you seen this before? Sometimes when your dad drives on the highway, let's say you're going to Ipoh, you see this thing before, right? So this is an ecosystem. Right, guys, Malaysian tropical rainforest is one of the most beautiful rainforests in the world. But unfortunately, as we speak right now, it is getting destroyed. Like I said, guys, last week, if there's one thing humans are very good at, is destroying things. Okay, it's destroying things. Have I told you the Amazon forest oil leak? I told you this, right? The Amazon forest oil leak. I think I told you guys this, right? See, hey, you look at this, 6,300 barrels of oil leak into a natural reserve in Ecuador, protected area of the Amazon. Do you know how much is it? One barrel is like how many hundreds of liters? So this is like 6,300 liters, barrels of oil. Right? As I said, if there's one thing we are good at, is screwing up this environment. Okay, so humans, we deserve the worst, seriously. Okay, anyway, so these words you need to know. You need to know what is a species, you need to know what is a population, what is a community, and what is an ecosystem. Do you know what this is like? This is like do you remember what is a cell? You know what's a cell? A group of cell is called tissue. A group of tissue is called organ. A group of organ is called system. A group of system is called an organism. Same thing. Okay, same thing. You have species. A group of species is population. A group of population is community. Okay, community plus other thing. Okay, you have ecosystem. So it's like a complete thing. Okay, so anyway, let's look at the next one. To determine the number of a population, how do we know? Okay, let's say just now tiger. How do we know how many tigers are still there? Counting them individually would be impossible. You can't just count them because they just go around the forest. Instead, ecologists use a technique known as sampling, right? This is how they find out how tigers behave, how some species behave. It's called sampling. So sampling, they only count a population in a small representative area. Okay, they don't count everything, they just count a small area. And to make sampling more accurate, ecologists would use a large sample and place them randomly. They just keep repeating it. Okay, they just keep repeating it. Right. For example, if let's say you go to, let's say you're in A class. Let's say you're in A class, your school, you randomly choose 5 people in A class and you ask them, do you like durian? Okay, do you like durian? If 5 of them say yes, then you say, okay, 100% people like durian. Okay, and then you go to class B. You take 5 people again randomly. Okay, randomly, and all 5 of them, they also say they like durian. So still 100%. You keep doing the same thing. You go to class C, class D, class E, and then you go to your year 7, year 8, year 10, year 11. You keep asking everyone. You take 5 people from each class, and maybe once or twice you get people who don't like durian, and then you count your percentage from that. You don't need to ask everyone. You just need to ask 5 people in one class. And what if you say, sir, what if in that class there are some people that doesn't like durian, but I didn't manage to ask them? Then you repeat the experiment. This time you go to A class again, you choose another 5 random person. You ask them again. This is what we call sampling. You get what I mean, guys? You get what I mean, guys? This is how they do statistics. This is how they do statistics. Okay. Have you ever wondered why they say, oh, 50% of girls, they don't like 6-pack? Hey, I heard this story before. I heard this research before. They say more than half of the girl, they don't want their boyfriend to have 6-pack. Because they ask a few girls and then they calculate this thing. Right. Let me ask you guys. Okay, any girls here? I'm sure there are some girls here. Do you want your boyfriend to have a tummy or do you want him to have a 6-pack? They like 1 pack. That means tummy lah. That means tummy lah. Do you want your boyfriend to be like your dad that has one big tummy, or do you want your boyfriend to have six-pack? Come. Be honest, Be honest, You don't tell me, sir, I don't like six-pack. I'm not that shallow. Don't lie to me, okay? I have girls who tell me, sir, I don't like six-pack one. Then BTS with one tummy, you want to watch? No, sir. BTS must have six-pack. Wow, you see? Liar. Yes, exactly. See, Charlie? Hey, guys, it's no shame admitting one. Like, if you ask me, sir, do you like a pretty girl? Of course I do lah. Okay, my wife is very pretty, that's why I marry her. I very honestly tell you one. Who doesn't like pretty stuff, isn't it? Some people they ask me, sir, why did you marry your wife? Because she's pretty, lor. Very straightforward one. Okay, so don't lie to me, So anyone doesn't like six-pack here? Oh, sir, I don't want my boyfriend to have six-pack. I want him to have a tummy. Stop lying. Okay, don't lie to me, I teach biology one, Yeah, not making any sense. You lie. Okay, we shall see. Next time you have a boyfriend with tummy, you say, hey, can you go 减肥 leh? I want six-pack leh. Okay, your okay lor, okay lor. Okay, so guys, you know what? Let me continue this next week lah. Next week will be the last week before we head for Chinese New Year. So next week is the last class, and then the following week we will be going for Chinese New Year break. Okay, so get ready for Chinese New Year lah. I shall see you next week. Okay, so have a happy Tuesday. Thanks for coming. I will see you soon. Anyway, to watch the replay, Jigan, can you get your replay from me? You can WhatsApp me. You can WhatsApp me. Okay, this is my phone. Okay, you come and WhatsApp me. I will send you the video. Right, so that's it, guys. I will see you next week. Have a good night. See you. Take care and bye bye. Okay, sure. Darlene, bye bye.